Hello there, and welcome to the League Season 58 Championship. I'm here with SSounder, or
Hey,
just
hey.
Sounder. The S is gone.
I guess the S is gone in Discord, but I've still got it on my Dominion.games username, so either way works.
And we're going to be watching Tracer face off against Haka. Tracer is a little bit behind and needs 4 games to win, whereas Haka only needs 2.5. So,
Yeah, should be a good match. Both had obviously good seasons in this last season. I know Tracer's won the championship before. Has Haka? Do you know Mick? Has he won it before?
no, I don't think Haka would be a new one.
Okay.
This would be Tracer's. I'm not. I looked it up like a day ago or something, um, it'll be like his 5th or something. I think 4th or 5th.
Okay. All right, good. So it looks like Tracer goes first then, right? Is the one who needs to make up the most ground. Is that how they generate first player here?
I don't. They used to have a sort of a rule like that. It wasn't written down, but
Okay.
it would be. And then one season I tried to ask about that, and they're like, "It's not written down, so we didn't do it." So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if they ever changed it. Because
Well, either way.
mods in the past have told me to set it that way, but it didn't end up. 5-2 looks okay-ish here, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
maybe you'd rather be able to just start with 2 amulets than anything. Um, but
Yeah, I'm not really sure
there's
what you get on the 5 here. Do you open with? I mean, the highway is not. I mean, highway's always good, but it's not great here without a lot of gains, right?
if there was like a regular village, you could make something happen here, but it's a little hard with merchant camp. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, if you at least had a drawing village, you could cobble something, a little bit of something together, but it's going to be a little difficult because they're both draw and action limited in a sense.
Yeah.
Um, if you had a good draw card or a better village, either one, you'd be on your way to something. But at the end of the day, you can't do a whole lot here.
Yeah. And I guess this chat is saying that probably makes the charlatan maybe more
Yeah,
attractive since you're kind of playing this a little bit more money-ish.
yeah. So you could still just take an amulet.
Oh, on 5,
Um,
yeah. I suppose that's worth considering.
you're not going to triple very often.
Yeah, 3 single province turns.
You could you could double maybe, but
And would
populate is really bad here.
yeah, there's just too many terminals that you can't
It's
play.
just too. It's just way too many terminals. You
Oh,
could you could do it, I guess, and just remodel things, but
didn't expect the remodel.
I did not either. So Trisha goes straight for the remodel. Um, I mean, it's fine. I don't think the shelters matter too much, Cave. I mean, it's just the 3s are the what you would gain anyway.
Yeah, I assume you're probably getting a couple merchant camps. I know it's a terrible village, but you want to be able to play multiple terminals, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't care about having merchant camp here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can trash the necropolis. I don't. Amulet blockade, I don't particularly like,
Yeah, it's
and
kind of sad to see them
but
collide
but
together.
Haka's gonna. Well, you should play the blockade. I think you should blockade amulet.
Right, because then you can play it
Oh,
next
you're
turn.
gonna do that. I forgot launch. Whoops. Okay, yeah, this is reasonable then.
Oh, sure.
I think you blockade Amulet easy.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost play this board with just like Amulet and Charlatan, couldn't you? As your and not touch a lot of the other cards.
Yeah, you could. I don't particularly like the stowaway gain here. We'll see. Maybe someone can make the stowaway stuff do something for them. I'm a big stowaway hater, but
Yeah, and your opponent's probably not going to trigger it for you on this board, I would guess. I mean, it's not like you're going to get a bunch of blockades or amulets once you get past the first few turns.
right. Haka draws really pretty well so far. This is really nice to see turn 5.
Yeah, and the stowaway as well. So you're going to put all this back into the shuffle. Well, I guess 2 of those cards are duration cards, so they'll stay out. Yeah, that turn might be. That's a pretty significant turn for Haka. Devastating, as Donald X says. Yeah, they accomplished a lot there. To be able to blockade another highway, you can kind of get rolling with.
Yeah, I think this one is pretty over. I don't think Tracer's remodel did him any favors, but I knew you made Cave. Two people said super nice. But I would never clear up any confusion if it can lead to more confusion. Yeah, it's just going to be highway, highway, highway while trashing a little bit over and over and over again.
Yep.
I don't know if you do the launch here just because
there's not really anything else.
Would have loved to see the stowaway here for Haka, and maybe I guess you wouldn't be wanting to gain one, but just to get the play in would have been.
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing with the remodel here? It's just kind of a sad state of affairs for Tracer.
Yeah, this one does not look recoverable to me. Haka's probably going to get I don't know how many of the highways, but probably 7 of them.
Yeah, they take the curse there just to get the highways going. Yeah, can get 2 of them here.
Yeah, you might think about getting a stowaway on one of the gains if you're Haka. You might buy a stowaway.
So would you launch first and then buy a stowaway?
Sure. I mean, the thing is, if you draw the amulet, you're kind of sad. But otherwise, anything else you draw probably just doesn't matter. If you draw a copper, you're happy about cycling. So you could buy one, sure.
Well, if you draw the amulet, you can play it, take a coin, and then... Man, I guess you don't want another
Yeah,
stowaway.
I mean, it would still probably to your benefit to do the amulet, play the amulet now.
Yeah.
You'll likely be able to get a trash on the next hand, and then
Right.
I don't know that it deserves this. All right, this is what happens. I would not take silver. Yeah, okay. I like all this.
Yeah.
Though I think like some other things would be fine too. Somebody came in unmuted, or that was just an echo. Okay, weird. When Tracer gets a counter blockade, I don't think the province stuff will matter. I mean, it could matter. I don't think it'll matter in this game. I think it'll just be super over before they get to that point.
Yeah.
Tracer didn't try. Oh, he'd already done the wash. Tracer at least gets to do the blockade for a turn, so maybe Haka will end up with some curses instead of none. Didn't find the stowaway. You should probably just go ahead and launch and get your information before you decide what to do here.
Sure.
See what card you draw.
If you draw the stowaway, then you can blockade a stowaway to trigger it. Was that the thinking?
Well, you can just play it. You have enough actions.
Oh, yeah. Launch gives you the other action. That's true. That makes sense.
But I would do it before this. I mean, it probably won't matter, but
yeah,
you might as well get all the information before you start doing your blockade stuff. There's no gain in play, so
yeah, you're only drawing one more card.
So you might as well see the thing. Again, it's very minor. Sometimes it could matter here. It probably doesn't much, but. I wonder if Haka buys the highway or not.
I think you do, don't you? I mean, the curse, it's kind of draw. It's, yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe he doesn't.
I mean, it's not draw neutral.
Yeah, that's true.
It's definitely a stop card.
Yeah. It's one extra stop card that you have to trash. And I guess you don't really need more highways as Haka to consistently province, at least until you trash down a little bit more.
I mean, the money won't go that low. This has got to, I mean, what Haka's done, I mean, Steph says they built more than they expected to, but this has got to be, what Haka's deck looks like has got to be what you want to do.
Another blockade, interesting. Yeah,
Haka did also see both. Haka opened double duration and saw them both turn 3, and there's launch. So there was a little bit of accelerate. I mean, we're on the faster end of things for Haka's, and also against an opponent who wasn't actually blockading for a very long time. So Haka just got to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah. Just double province here.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, doesn't matter at this point, does it?
You could gain 2 duchies. You'd still win. Um,
Okay.
All right. This worked out nice. Or that ran very nicely for Haka.
Yeah, between the opening split and that reshuffle, it seemed pretty determined, but they definitely played it well. All right, so game 2.
All right, so we're already at match point. If Haka can take this game.
No, he needs 2.5, right?
Oh, 2.5. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. We're already at not match point.
Well, this board looks a lot more powerful.
Fawning Scribble. I don't know that I've ever had that.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. I don't know. It's a good Scribe pool board too, but or pretty good. I mean, it could be better. You could have a real village, but certainly it's an okay Scribe pool board. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
This is weird.
here you're going pretty aggressively for cage, right? You really want to thin your deck early so that those heralds can be a true village for you.
You probably open Cage Courier, Cage Silver. You went to the butch. It's another shelters board.
Yeah, cage courier makes sense.
Now here, I think you really would rather have these estates with the butcher, but
Yeah, that'll make a little more difference on this board than it did on the remodel board.
you can at least maybe do one of them to a second cage. It's a bit funny in that the fawning is pretty nice, but then that'll trigger your caging. So I'm not sure it's actually appealing enough to want to take province super soon.
Yeah, probably not.
It'll
But between
take away your catching.
yeah, between popping your cages and I mean, this is a board that you're going to want to build pretty big on with merchant guilds and butchers. I mean, you're probably still building more towards that mega turn, even though dropping scrying pools into your deck is nice.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll get a potion.
Like at any point, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Haka can get second cage here probably. I don't know. That's a little rough. You have to figure out a way to get to 5 once at least. So this set aside into buy cage is a little shaky on how you get to the 5.
yeah, you might have to buy silver next turn if you do that. March next turn. What are we marching? A courier?
Oh, why?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that.
You can't march cage.
Cage is a treasure.
Yeah. The you'd have an issue with over thinning at that point. You also wouldn't. You could do. I mean, maybe that's what's going to happen here. You would only be setting aside the necropolis and the hovel. This is kind of weird. This is not working out so cleanly.
Yeah, for either player, really. Uglier for Tracer, but yeah. Still.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not supposed to open cage, or maybe you really need. Maybe you really need to open with silver
Instead of Courier.
Yeah. Not that that would have necessarily helped these particular draws.
No, it would have been very similar for Hawkeye, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's better for Haka for sure.
Is Tracer not seeing his cage on turn 4 here? Maybe that. I mean, I guess he might see it on the Courier play. Maybe that's not so bad.
Well, he's guaranteed to see one because he bought one.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I don't know. He can hit, or he is going to hit 5 here if he doesn't play
He's gonna
a cage.
have 5.
So maybe you just take the Butcher. Yeah, do you take a Butcher or do you set aside 4 coppers? Yeah, maybe Butcher isn't the obvious 5 to get either. I'm just, again, with shelters, it's a little less good.
I would always take Butcher first.
Yeah.
Just any game all time
Yeah.
versus Cobbler.
Yeah, Cobbler's quite slow, and I mean, gaining the Herald would be nice.
One of them can help you get another 5, and one of them does not very well.
Sure.
So this isn't like the best Butcher situation either at this point. So I don't know. I'm a bit of a Cobbler hater, but it's probably worth getting here.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly, with Herald being kind of your village, it seems like it's better than usual. But yeah, you're right. Cobbler is probably a little bit of an overrated card in general.
Well, I don't want to make any claims about anybody's ratings because I hate ratings. But
it's all kingdom dependent.
I'm personally a Cobbler hater. This is what I feel in my heart. So he's setting aside everything.
Huh.
When does Haka buy cards that are good? Is the question for me.
Okay, so Tracer is doing the cage here.
When does anybody buy cards that are good?
Yeah. Good being Butcher first and foremost.
At what point does that happen?
Oh, he did keep the Necro. Wow, Haka did all that to set aside 1 card. Wow.
I don't think Necro is that important either.
Yeah, it looks like Tracer's planning on... Well, I guess it doesn't matter here, right? You can't set it aside. You either play it or...
What is Tracer? Does she have 2? Okay. Okay, this is...
I guess you're buying silver now.
Yeah.
Merchant Guild. Okay.
Haka is going to win this game. Like, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as Tracer I would have taken the Butcher there, but instead of setting aside the 4 coppers. Just feels like what he's doing is too slow.
It was hard. It was like a really bad shuffle.
Sure.
Haka's second merchant guild is so greedy. It's just not. There is like so few worlds where it did something for you,
Yeah, I mean, you've got
and
to start. Yeah, I mean, there's
I
certainly some
I
scenarios, but
really dislike the second merchant guild, but that's okay.
so at this point, with Tracer being as thin as he is, does he just pick up a merchant guild now? I guess the answer to that is yes.
Is Haka gonna swing with the courier? I'll be mad if Haka gets like a herald hit into a merchant guild hit. I'll just be angry.
That's like the ultimate high roll.
I won't be okay with it.
Yeah, you got to just play the merchant guild here. There's too many ways this courier completely whiffs.
Well, you could play. I mean, I think you could still play the courier. That I think is fine actually, because you get.
I guess there's an Acropolis and a herald down there.
You're not, well. The main thing is like, what are you getting out of the?
Yeah, it's
the
like
merchant guild
60,
anyway.
Yeah,
like you just get the dollar.
Yeah, the merchant guild's just going to get you a coffer, I suppose. Whereas
but if the courier misses, it hits a copper. I mean, you get to 5. So like.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's more upside to playing the courier.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad about the choice to play the courier. I would be mad if it worked out really, really nice.
Yeah, if it hit herald, drew a copper, and and then hit merchant guild.
Yeah, I don't think. This is very weird.
I guess Tracer can take a second merchant guild. They're more likely to be able to play them both. I mean, I guess Haka's now with 2 heralds on the deck is much more likely to be able to play both of theirs now as well.
Yeah. We need Villa or something to really make this exciting with the merchant guild and the marching.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
Maybe a 3rd cage and
I'm fine with the coppers at this stage. It would just take 2 4s probably.
Okay.
I just don't know if it's double herald or herald courier. Tracer is abandoned. I mean, I think it's closer than the last one, but probably fair.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, now it's match point.
Indeed.
In fact, even a tie for Haka will be enough here.
We got alms, but neither player has the 5-2. This looks like a pretty fun board. Lots of trashing. Can build pretty big here. I guess the plus buy is kind of limited to Hamlet.
The payload is pretty awful.
Yeah.
You can always do what Hardy Eye does. You can just buy quartermasters forever and ever. And the game can end pretty quickly. And you can maybe do some Madman stuff, upgrade stuff, rush things. I think I would angle for what Cave is kind of outlining. Wherein you're trying to do some quartermaster. I mean, like the quartermaster on port's pretty nice because you actually get one of them into your deck.
Oh, yeah. One of them goes into your deck, one goes on the mat.
Yeah. You can upgrade those, and then the piles just kind of disappear.
Is this double rope opening?
I mean, I'm taking a hermit.
Yeah.
I'm also a rope hater.
Are you? I've
I'm
been
not as big as a rope hater as I am a cobbler hater.
okay.
Actually, rope's fine. Rope's fine. But I'm a little bit of a rope hater.
Yeah. Rope is extra friendly here.
Not in the sense of I don't like it, in the sense of, actually, I'm not sure in what sense.
I mean, it's a pretty pleasant way to trash. But
Yeah. It's just a little slow.
Haka spikes the 5 on turn 3. Tracer seems to be having more draw problems.
Oh, that's real sad if your opponent just hits the raw 5. That's super rough.
And
So
Tracer,
Haka didn't find the,
they both bottom deck the Hermits, but
yeah.
so not particularly great draw for Haka, but good enough compared to Tracer. Yeah, that might be.
You mean you don't like not playing the rope? Or Haka playing the rope? Which thing?
Don't like playing the rope. Oh, so because they could have almsed for something?
Alms, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
friendly
but
plus
like
alms.
at some point you're playing the ropes. I mean, I guess you can just use them as 4 gainers if you have the hermit stuff and the upgrade already. That's not unreasonable, but until you're there, I don't hate playing it. Here's a Madman Hooray.
Yep. Well, that's a good draw on the 2 coppers. At least Tracer hit 5 here. I assume he takes the quartermaster now.
I might take upgrade first.
I mean, with all these ropes, though, I'm not sure. Not sure you
I
really
would
need
take
the
upgrade first because again, it's just a thing of you can gain the other 5s with upgrade.
Gain the other 5s with. Oh, you would upgrade ropes into quartermaster?
Or whatever, or just more upgrades.
Okay. Or I guess ports, right? Eventually you're gonna have 6 or so ports in your deck, so I guess those are nice upgrade targets.
You have to take a turn here where you make a buy, right? And you don't get your hermit doing its fun thing. And like Haka now had to buy the upgrade when he had a hermit in play, which is slightly sad.
Yeah.
Look at all these ropes.
It's a lot of rope. Enough to hang yourself, indeed.
If only.
Yeah, that's our first hunting party. That's interesting. But I think
I didn't really expect the patricians to be dug into, but I guess it's if you got the loose money there, it's not crazy.
Yeah, I mean for Haka, they've already got a Hamlet for. Well, yeah, I guess your plus buy is coming from rope, right?
Yeah.
I guess you don't really need the Hamlets.
I don't even know if I care about plus buy. Maybe I'm imagining a gaining engine, though maybe it doesn't work out as well as I'm thinking it does.
Yeah, I didn't expect 2 2s there, but I guess it's fine.
I want crazy madman upgrade stuff. That's all I want. And maybe it's too slow. I mean, like even that is like it's pretty good at contesting emporiums. So that's the world I wanted to live in, but unfortunately,
So you're
that's
just
not the world we're living in.
right. So you're using the upgrades as your gainer, and then your as well as your hermit, and then you're just not buying anything in your buy phase. Is that how that would look?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that being pretty powerful once it's up and running. And I guess it doesn't take that much to get it up and running, right?
I mean, it should be faster.
Yeah, because your
In
madmen are going
theory,
to draw well.
if you're aggressive with getting the madmen, it should just be quicker. The question is whether the other thing gets into a point where it's like good at provincing and it's catching up to you.
Sure. Like, would you consider upgrading a rope here over a copper? Probably, right?
I would have played the. Well, no, I guess it's. Does Emporium count action cards? It does. Yeah, I would upgrade a rope. This is very wheel spinny right now, what they've done. And what I would have attempted may have also ended up very wheel spinny. But I don't really have anything going so far.
Take the madman here? No? We're not playing this other rope? Yeah, I think I would take nothing here. Okay, that's what they did. Is there a reason not to play that last rope?
They just did the friendly. They just got the final rope.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it's friendly.
So the ropes are gone. Piles can go pretty quick here, actually.
Yeah, at this point, 2 port gains, and you could potentially see the Emporiums go if they prioritize that, which I'm guessing they will. At least Haka seems to be of that mindset.
Yeah, Haka can score a little bit here. I might take. I'm not sure if the Tracer has way more of the ropes. Haka can bring the ports in, which is nice. Because you kind of need something to fuel the upgrades.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. If this is just like copper in the discard, then okay, there's a port. I would probably go one of the 5s into. I would not get silver there. I would get another hermit. I would have gone upgrade rope into upgrade, and then maybe upgrade one of the ports into Emporium, and taken another hermit.
Yeah.
Maybe go even. Yeah, I don't know. I really didn't like this silver, though.
Yeah, silver. I mean, I guess Haka's thin, but.
Well, I just want another madman.
Yeah.
I would have just gone hermit to hermit and as many times as I could on draw here and gotten as many madmen as I can this turn.
Right.
But they're, I think, underplaying this a little bit. You should also probably, like, if you're doing that, you can play the madman a little earlier and can't trip through with the patricians or the ports to finish. Well, probably all the things go to 5, but not a fan, not much a fan of this. But this seems really underplayed, especially just to pick up hunting party. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, maybe you go like upgrade hermit here, and then you can. Ooh, another silver. Yuck.
Well, I mean, if you haven't played the other hermits, then buying a hermit doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm just thinking for
It's
next turn you could have 2. You'll have 2 in deck, and you can gain a couple more. Then you can. I mean, I guess they're not thinking along those lines, right?
Right.
doing
Well,
the
the
upgrade
problem is
stuff.
next turn you can't draw deck. You don't have a madman anymore.
Mm,
So it just all relies on actually doing the thing each turn, or
yeah,
it
I see.
doesn't
Yeah.
just doesn't work.
Boy, that's a lot of rope.
Especially here, Tracer has so many fours that if Tracer could have gotten into doing the upgrade stuff, he would have had just as much fuel as he needed for the whole game. And I think Haka could have also managed it with the ports, but these ropes would be way better as just 4 cost cards than as being played as ropes.
Yeah. So how many? I guess Haka just has the one upgrade. Boy, the hunting party is interesting. Can you take one Emporium here safely?
Is that safe?
I don't know. For yeah, maybe not.
I mean, I don't know if Haka can get to 10, but if Haka can get to 10, then it's definitely not safe.
Right, they got the quartermaster to gain ports, upgrade a 4 into Emporium, and they would just need $10.
No, I don't know. The 10 might be a little bit of a stretch, but
Sure.
Tracer has 2 hunting parties. Okay. I don't know what that's for. I'm not sure I know what a lot of this is for.
Yeah, another yeah. Seems like the upgrade has a lot more would have a lot more utility. Obviously, he's concerned about draw, but with all those ropes
Yeah, but
out there,
Tracer is going to draw 4 cards, right?
yeah, off the
5
ropes,
cards.
yeah,
5 cards. So you don't need it for that. Not here anyway.
no,
I don't know that Haka has $10. 7 cards.
you could take a port from quartermaster. Is that
I don't really know what's in the quartermaster. Ports. Could be 7 cards.
yeah? I think
Are
one.
they on this? They on the same quartermaster?
I think so because he just played the other quartermaster last turn, so I don't think there's anything on that. Well, Haka seemed to draw through here just fine. Leaving a patrician on top is okay. Yeah, so he does hit 10 here in 2 buys. Gains an estate. Interesting. Yeah, I assume if you're gaining an estate off the hermit, you're probably just provincing here. I mean, I think you have to, right? Because
Yeah, you really low.
Tracer could take the last 3 Emporiums. I think pretty
Yeah,
easily Tracer takes the last 3 Emporiums if Haka doesn't score here.
yeah, you have to province.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Cave, I think you're right. I think regardless of what Haka does here, Tracer seems to be in pretty good shape.
Does Tracer have... Tracer only has 2 upgrades. So it's not that easy. I don't think Tracer has $13.
Oh, because they've got a bunch of ropes out. Can he...
You can get, obviously, you get a little bit of money from the Emporium.
Yeah, should be able to gain and play 2 Emporiums, but yeah, I guess they're still going to be short money, aren't they?
Now, three Emporiums, yeah. I don't know if you can get there on estate and duchy. Maybe you can get there. Does Tracer still have a hermit?
No,
If
I
you
don't
take,
believe so.
oh, okay. Well then, never mind.
I think Haka has the hermit. Yeah, if one of these hunting parties was an upgrade, it's obviously they're there, but then maybe Haka plays their turn a little differently if that's the case.
Right. I mean, Haka could always have gone like Duchy Province instead of Emporium Province.
Right.
Hill Gold.
Does that get him to 13? Or no?
Well,
I guess
it
now,
uses an upgrade
yeah,
anyway. So
it uses the upgrade, so
it for sure does not get you closer to a pile out.
no.
It just might get you to some nice province thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, Haka can take 3 Emporiums on their turn, so you're going to have to score.
I don't think Haka's draws are guaranteed to be that good.
No, that's true. They're not guaranteed to get there, but if they draw.
I'm not even sure it's likely at all. I think it would take some patrician hits. Because you've got to do the upgrade on a 4 and you've got to get 10.
Yeah.
So I'm a little skeptical that you couldn't do it very much. I guess Haka could take one more card off a quartermaster, so could get 2 cards here, but still that's not.
And Haka,
it's still a decent distance from the 10.
Yeah, I guess estates aren't in play for Haka with their buy situation.
Just nobody ever gets Emporium again, and they just pile out on provinces.
Yeah, or Tracer potentially on estates, depending on how much Haka scores here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Tracer has a much better estate angle than Haka. I was a little surprised that Haka quick clicked the pickup port thing, because I would have wondered if there was something. Anyway, is this already the 10? So they did get there.
They got it.
Maybe I was just wrong and the hunting parties were enough. Did the patricians hit? One of the patricians did hit.
Yeah, they seem to drop
but not
pretty
the
easily.
one. So seemed okay. Well, that didn't take long.
No. Congrats indeed to Haka on their first league championship.
Yep. Even after all these years, we don't get new ones of those too often.
Yeah.
When Steph abandoned me, we had to relinquish our hold, and I couldn't stop the floodgates on my own.
Well, you helped this year by not playing. You made it easier for everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. This season I did. That's on me.
All right, we're off and running. I guess these are going to go
I
pretty
actually
quick.
think this was kind of unique. Tracer was maybe the only in this season, maybe the only past winner.
Oh, he was the only potential to repeat. Interesting.
I'm not 100% sure that's true, but
Yeah, you might be
that's
right.
actually pretty rare
Yeah.
um, in the league. Yeah, Tracer was the only person who's won. All right,
So
so they're going to go ahead and play the last 3 games, but it'll just be for
just for fun.
pure exhibition.
Yeah, this seems pretty straightforward here, right? You just want to get Old Witch for trashing, pick up some fishing villages on the way, pick up some pickaxes to add some loot that hopefully gives you plus buy to your deck and thin out the junk.
Yeah, I think so.
Coven seems pretty terrible here. Legionary, yeah, probably not great. Yeah, I guess you pick up some guides for thin out or to pass through some of these bad starting hands. And your friend Cobbler's back. I assume you ignore Cobbler here
There's Cobbler.
with Old Witch and Pickaxe as your 5s you're gaining.
Yeah, it's a little hard to need the think you need the. I mean, the 3s and 4s are pretty good, but at some point you probably just have enough fishing villages and don't care so much
Yeah.
about getting the other ones.
Nice turn for Tracer here. Are they 2-2 on the fishing villages? Or does Haka have more? I mean, if Tracer only has 1, I guess you could ball for fishing villages here, but you probably just want another Old Witch if you've got to. Yeah, they do
I
have
think
2.
they're 2-2.
Yeah.
Whoa. The curse is gone.
That was quick. So Tracer picked up the pickaxes quicker, but Haka has an extra Old Witch. I guess picking up loot isn't real easy here because you don't want to pickaxe your fishing villages. I guess you're using them
No, but for a while you're pretty happy just to be
just to use them to thin.
trashing stuff.
Yeah, just thin the estates and curses or coppers.
Yeah.
I guess you could
I
give
mean,
them.
for sure, at some point you have to. I mean, you can have balled for something, or you could. I mean, the cobbler could be loot fuel in some sense.
Sure. I think a third Old Witch here for Tracer probably.
The question is, will somebody do the work to get legionary going? Or that's a question in my mind. I guess guide makes that unlikely.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, probably not. Another pickaxe here for Haka.
It'd be pretty funny if someone got doubloons in legionary, though. This is rough for Haka.
Yeah, 4 is not a number you want to hit.
Well,
especially now that fishing village.
I guess they have the guide. Wait, do they have a guide down? No,
they don't.
So they used all their guides, and then they draw into this.
Well, I don't think they've even played a guide yet. I think they just bought their first guide earlier that shuffle, and then
Haka?
Or no, Tracer.
I was talking about Haka.
Oh, because they had all their. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying that Tracer had a rough turn, but I guess they both kind of did.
Now Tracer is thinking if loot is worth it now, but I don't think so.
Yeah. You still just got too much junk in your deck. Would you consider provincing here? I mean, you're not that close to a pile out, right? I mean, no one's gonna. Well, they do.
I mean, with the right, Haka could do it on a hand for sure, because you don't need that much money.
Yeah, figurehead's not what you're looking for, but it's not terrible.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, their draw isn't consistent at all, so
Yeah.
it's all right.
Now are you? Yeah. Now you're pickaxing, so you can province. That makes some sense. This will be another province turn for Haka.
I'm surprised that the guide plays before the old witch, because you may have been able to save one of those and
and pickaxe it. I guess
and
they're going to
pickaxe
the fishing village instead.
Yeah, but there was extra draw here. There was a card. So the guide plays first was really weird to me,
Yeah.
because you for sure would have rather just played the fishing village and pickaxed a guide, and you still would have gotten one guide on the mat. So
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Hawk already won, so he probably doesn't care to check every card play. But
Endless Chalice. So that's not, again, Endless Chalice is usually pretty bad, but it doesn't feel as bad here. It's plus buy that stays out.
It's fine here.
Just another guide now. Harbinger. If you transport Old Witch, yeah, I guess you could win with the right draw. I mean, Tracer's going to guide. Ooh.
You could also lose with the wrong draw, I think.
Yeah, potentially.
If you had transported the Old Witch. This did not work out for Tracer.
No.
You can province. Well,
yeah.
Not at provincing anyway.
I guess you kind of have to here. Oh boy. Did they get a fishing? Yeah,
this just turns into just basically money.
Yeah, you're just racing down the provinces now.
If only Haka had another fishing village played last turn.
Yep. That would have been pretty nice here. Just get rid of the curse now, right?
Didn't play any fishing villages either. Just really hope you get a staff. Trash the Old Witch and just really, really hope you get a staff.
Well, you got a fishing village on top for next turn, but you don't have any draw with it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a couple cards from figurehead.
Oh, true. So you might find an Old Witch. Or what? They got two guides down. Yeah. But it's a little rough not having. I guess you're hoping not to see your fishing village. You're hoping to bottom deck your fishing village and then call the guide. Yeah, they just get rid of the curse. And they did. They bottom decked their fishing village. It's an easy guide then.
I guess you can next turn in Duchy.
Yeah.
Next turn Amphora and Duchy.
And hope that Haka can't double. But either way, you're losing the double. Well, this is not even. Well, I guess it's single if you get anything but Chalice. But do you want to single? You don't want to single, do you?
I don't know. I mean, no. Not if you want to win.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
if you just want the game to be over, you might
take the risk.
want to single. But no, I mean, it would be bad for Haka's chance of winning. Because 10 and a buy is pretty not too hard from tracers. Or it's not too unlikely with the Amphra being durationed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot they had a duration that. There you go. 10
They
and 2
would
buys.
have hit it, but so now we even get a nice Dutchy dance. How exciting!
Yeah, double Dutchy here, I guess.
The decks become really, really, really bad.
Yep.
They were only sort of really bad, and now they're really exceptionally bad.
Do you pickaxe the? No, you don't pickaxe the fishing village. I don't think. You're not trying to hit
now,
8 anyway.
Now, if you're Haka, you're like probably willing to break PPR at this point because even though it'll lose. I mean, I don't know. Like the Dutchy doesn't help you so much.
Yeah, I guess Tracer's pretty likely to hit 8 here. I mean, we know.
It would lose for sure, but
play this guide or pickaxe it.
I'm probably pickaxe it. I mean, your deck's awful. Like Elute's a million times better than Guide.
Guess not. Now
gets a chance though. Does get to Old Witch, which, well, you'd have to do some deck tracking, of course, but there may be some things down there that make playing Old Witch here seem reasonable.
Yeah,
or there could be things that make it really terrible. I don't know.
I think it's mostly yellow cards down there, if not all yellow cards, right?
Well, there's the pickaxe, I think. Or there's no other pickaxe in the trash. I don't know if there's.
Yeah, I like that stuff. That makes sense. Oh. Yeah, so they had just junk down there. A copper, 2 green cards. Now I guess you pickaxe a copper and buy a Dutchy. Oh, we're at 3 Dutchies left. Maybe that's not even.
He would have the. No, yeah, that's the thing about single Dutchy, but the decks are very bad, so it's hard to know exactly what would even come up.
Oh, he is balling for estates.
Good. Now we're doing a little estate dancing.
I don't know about balling for estates. Yeah, that really makes your deck bad. If it wasn't bad enough already.
This is one of my favorite Dominion things, is when they have decks that, like, in theory should function, but they never ever actually function, and then it's just gross all the way down.
Yeah, surely province here is Haka now.
Yeah, right, Cave. There's like 2 piles that are for sure getting emptied, and then the third one just never comes, even though.
Well, I guess province Dutchy is what you're.
Oh yeah, that'll be.
That's pretty winning.
Yeah. Should be. There are probably some outs where if you can stack Tracer's deck, you can get enough, but
maybe they could hit.
It's pretty hard.
12 or 13 as well, but yeah, it seems unlikely. I guess 10 is a tie for Tracer if Haka does that. And then, well, 11 because they have their -1 token.
Yeah.
But
well, there's also worlds where you get to do a curse trash. Not this world, but
no. More
What a
estates?
game. More estates.
Why not? We're going to pile out on estates.
Make them earn it, Steph.
There it is. Oh no, one short.
It was Shad. I don't even know if Shad's in here, but. No, it's not cool. Oh, no, it is kind of cool, but, you know.
You want to keep the club exclusive?
Yes. I'm conditioned to root against new league champions.
Ooh, spell scroll. What are we saving that for?
Marcus was as far as like league legacy. I don't know how people think about these things, but I always feel like Marcus is like and Donald X is giving him props here, but I always think Marcus is like underrated just because Marcus like lost so many championship matches, but otherwise would have, if it hadn't underperformed in those a little bit, would have a really, really good streak of or good period of wins. And basically had a peak in A that was, yeah, basically Steph. Though that's not even true of all people, you know, Steph. Some people could have won more and still not have won a lot. And Marcus was close. I'm trying to, maybe it's a backhanded compliment. I'm trying to give Marcus a compliment, but maybe I failed. What do we have? Ooh, Artificer Tactician. That's fun. Yep, he took seventh. He took second like 6 or 7 times. I only passed Marcus for second places somewhat recently. It's possible, Steph. I don't know how to make those comparisons, and I always find it a little bit unconvincing to say anything concrete. So for sure, you could just point to the number of people in contention. War chest.
War chest.
Well, there are a lot
right.
of good 5s.
Yeah.
Sort of. There are like 2 good 5s.
Yeah. I mean, you're happy with Band or Artificer. And I suppose you could potentially do tack is playable here. You could do a double tack. Although I guess the thinning is a little rough.
I would have probably tried double tack.
Yeah, War Chest does slow down the play speed, doesn't it? So they picked up a minstrel with their War Chest. guess that makes sense. Minstrel's such a good... All right, there's our first tack. There's our other tack. We're going for it.
You can kind of smooth out the tactician stuff also with research. At least a little bit.
Yeah. Surprised Haka hasn't picked up her research.
Yeah, and as chat's pointing out, you can get to the war chest during your action phase, so you're not locked out of it during the tactician stuff.
Mm.
And then whatever you gain with war chest is like pretty good research fuel potentially.
Yeah.
I think it can all work. Some of it's a little. Well, once you get set up, it shouldn't be too draw sensitive, but kind of getting there is a little bit. The sequence can be a little weird.
Yeah, I mean the thinning is so weak here that it makes it hard to get there. At least get there efficiently. But
Well, hopefully you're just putting most of your deck in your hand at the start of your turn, and then you discard some junk with Artificer. Like hopefully you're drawing your Tactician plus a little more from research. Then you discard junk, maybe including the war chest, and you can play. I mean, the control of it all is a little awkward, but
yeah.
maybe it'll work. We'll see if they do it all or how much of it they can do.
Artie for attack here to draw it up and play it. Nope. So do you leave a tactician on top as tracer here for next turn?
Does Tracer have only one?
Yeah. Now there's the Fortune Hunter War Chest.
Yep. Yeah, sure. You can gain the second Tactician and play this one. I don't know why you would gain Minstrel over Band. I mean, at some point you maybe want them, but I'm pretty confused by that one. Not gonna lie. Yeah, they will, but it's not like you need a bunch of them anyway.
Yeah, when they go, you're going to have half of them, so you can play the band as.
I mean, I guess that you're afraid of having too many bands, but I mean, you have to balance it for sure. But it wasn't clear to me that you needed a minstrel that instant over a band, but maybe it's fine. We haven't seen Band Island yet either, which you can just start in on the provinces and just keep. I guess you don't really need that with the Artificer deck particularly, but
you don't need the islands to thin out the provinces.
Keep clean.
Yeah.
I mean the band is island to just set aside.
The
exiling, basically.
Yeah.
Poor man's bounty hunter. Yes, I was getting ready to say that cave. Beat me to it. I I mean, just the Artificer Tactician by itself, if you just play some minstrels, you can probably single province consistently. It's just a question of whether going in for some extra stuff nets you anything or not.
Yeah, I guess the minstrels help you find your good cards, and then you.
Yeah, as long as you can play like 2 or 3 minstrels, you'll just find what you need.
Yeah.
Off the back of a big enough hand.
Yeah.
And you can just start provincing.
Yeah.
But the question is whether this weird stuff actually gets you anything nicer than that in the long run, fast enough to.
It's a long think.
It really, I mean, if you had a draw card here, you for sure could just go super big. But
are they gonna get a province here? Ah, interesting.
this is basically what I'm saying is like, I'm kind of think you just need to just do this.
Just do this every turn. Yeah.
And you have to, maybe Tracer will find a path here with the war chest stuff that catches it, but it doesn't seem obvious to me that that works in time.
Well, now his war chest is.
Right, but he's gonna play with.
There you go. He found it.
Well, it was.
I guess he could have done it. Yeah, he had another band to find it, right?
Well, I think it was guaranteed after the reveal.
Oh.
After the second reveal.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that he played a second minstrel. Okay.
Maybe it wasn't. No, he hadn't shoveled yet. It wasn't guaranteed. But this is the issue is Tracer is at this point, Haka gets 2 provinces before Tracer has any.
Yeah, that's tough to catch up from that.
Yeah, so what Steph is saying is gain the silver play with Fortune Hunter and you can still do the Tactician.
Oh, because you could still hit 8 and
Yeah.
buy the province rather than.
And just buy it, not Artificer. Yeah.
Got it.
But this like where you don't hit the, because it's not like the deck is just like super. I mean, it could double Duchy for sure sometimes, but it's not like it's going to be super good at that.
This is kind of rough for Haka here, right?
Haka does whiff.
It's either 7 or you don't play the Tactician if you want a province.
Yeah.
I assume.
So I guess I was wrong about how it was consistent. So this was a little unlucky. Does Haka have bands of misfits?
I don't know that they do. Oh, they got one.
So this was pretty unfortunate as far as the bottom decking.
Yeah, taking province over attack turn is interesting.
I think it's got to be wrong.
Feels like it.
Because maybe it's fine, but I feel like you'd rather just miss the. Yeah, that's true stuff, but it gets you. I don't know what you're gonna do though. If you don't have a Tactician hand, you really can't do something and play tact.
I mean, it's entirely possible that that Haka would not see either of their Tacticians this turn. Obviously, they drew one right off the top, but it's possible that they could have missed it again.
No, the Tactician was just up there.
Oh, it was? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, yeah, my bad. They left it top decked.
You can. You have a minstrel. You can ZW line. You can play band as minstrel and do both those things.
Play band as
Oh
island.
no. Well, you would have. You're right. I'm sorry. You would have to have a minstrel. You'd have to have a minstrel on top.
Yeah.
But it's not guaranteed. Just because there's just the one band. Named Artificer. This is a hard AI play for sure. One thing is for sure though, Tracer did not gain an Artificer that turn.
So if Tracer stays close enough, is he just looking to double or even triple on his last turn? He can't triple, can he? Not enough draw with his RDs.
No, I don't think triple, but double for sure.
Yeah,
should be
double
possible.
will be easy. So maybe.
I mean, if they have the research ready. I mean, if they have the something set aside. Yeah, I mean, if you have enough set aside with the research, I don't know if you'll ever have enough in the discard at the same time as you get the hand, as the same time as you do whatever other things, but maybe. I'm sure if you wanted to triple, you could, but whether that'll be, it might come at the expense of doing something good on a particular turn that you can't skip.
Sure.
Gains an island. Okay.
Guess that's another way to score.
The Fortune Hunters are way better here than I would have initially thought about. Because Tracer isn't really even playing an Artificer deck so much as a Fortune Hunter deck, Fortune Hunter Tactician, which is cool.
Yeah.
Tracer not doing anything for research this time though. So that'll make this turn be a little peaky relative to the rest, or to the next one at least. Look a little nicer than maybe it will be in the future.
Yeah, he's got so many good cards though from these Artificer plays that maybe he doesn't even need the research reliability.
The question for me is just, what does it look like if Haka doesn't have the dud? Because then this turn is happening the turn before, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if it played out that way, Cave.
I don't think Tracer is dead. How is Tracer going to double this turn, Cave?
Well, if there's two provinces left, you can Artificer for one and buy the other, right?
He doesn't have that many cards. I don't think so.
And you keep playing.
I don't think doubles easily is true at all.
Without playing the Tactician?
In this hand, then you don't have 8 cards in hand. I'm just talking about.
Well, he's certainly setting up his next turn, isn't he? I guess either way, Tracer's going to win this next turn pretty easily with 9 cards set aside.
Yeah.
Anything Haka can do here? Not really, right?
No. No. Aga just loses.
Yeah. Yeah, even doubling is not good enough for Haka. If they could somehow do that. Yeah, I don't know what the long think is here. There's not really a lot of options. Take a couple duchies, I guess. Not that that helps much, but...
Trying to threaten double or something, but...
Yeah, maybe they didn't realize Tracer had researched as much as he did.
All right, Tracer gets on the board.
Yep. 1 to go. I would imagine they'd play this last one pretty quick. Now that... I mean, I expected them to play the last couple quicker, but... Maybe Haka wanted to get the shutout.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be some kind of bridge roll thing. Yeah, but I guess it's interesting, but there's no way it's any good here, Russ.
Cage Bank. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're just, you're using Stewart to trash? Okay, Tracer is picking up a cage. I think that makes sense, right? Take a Stewart and a cage.
Sure.
Set some aside with cage and trash the rest with Stewart. Well, Tracer didn't want to see both of them in the same hand, but...
I can't address claims that it's a village, but I don't think it'll work. I just don't think it'll be worth buying a bank. Um, so this is not like you're gonna have three cages down or something. Um,
I guess if there wasn't a lot of other stuff to do on the board, you
should
could.
just do cards here. I think. Maybe I don't know exactly what's left.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Similar to what
you
Tracer
need to
did.
play. You need to play the cage.
Whoops.
He's. Okay. This is cruel. You're just already winning, and then you have to get the undo to be winning even more. And now Tracer plays with a 3-card hand for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Guess maybe both of them play with a 3-card hand
Probably.
for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
but
probably. Oh, now he's got his minus card token. Or minus coin token, rather. Well, we'll see how long Tracer plays this out. It's not looking good.
Should launch here.
Got to find
Could
the other
try to
bridge troll, I
find the
guess.
bridge troll.
Yeah.
Do the 50-50.
Yeah, makes sense.
You can still buy whatever anyway. It just goes for the villa. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it's reasonable. It's not a crazy thing to do, but
Yeah, I think so, Russ. Take 2 coins and launch.
You might as well just draw. You probably find a coin.
Guaranteed to find a coin?
No, but doing one and launching doesn't do much. And I would probably have not taken Steward.
Oh, they didn't
I
attack.
probably would have taken a Haven. I would have gone for the +2 cards. You had a pretty good shot. There were 3 non-treasure cards or something. Well, probably more than that, but any of the treasures worked. Now you've triggered. You shouldn't have clicked there.
Bad shuffle with no bridge troll down there, huh?
No, it's not the bridge troll. It's the villages.
Oh, that's both of their villages.
So like there are 2 stewards down in here. Nobody will have a good turn ever. Someone will eventually, but the
Yeah, pretty sad turn here for Haka. Guess you can launch.
yeah.
Might as well get through one more card.
Not one more. Do +2 cards.
Oh,
I think they're both. Actually, I'm not actually sure what they are. But there's a chance that you can just go through it. I don't know what they are. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I guess the other option is just to stop and buy a village here. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to attack. Right? Even if they launch, they're not going to be able to get back to 3 coins or 4 coins. I don't know. Is
Just
rats?
trash.
Oh, trash the
Just
estate
trash
here.
the estate.
Yeah. I guess rats could have been playable here, right? They wouldn't have been that hard to manage.
You could have tried it. It's a little annoying with the skirmisher. Is the problem?
Yeah.
But you could have tried it, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess that's true. Managing them wouldn't be too much of a problem with exchanging them for changelings.
There was like a window where neither one of them got clean. And they went into they went into the attack stuff soon, which I think I might have done the same thing, but they like
Yeah.
but like Haka had a window where he kind of had deck control and didn't finish cleaning.
Yeah, it felt like Haka was in pretty good shape there and just didn't finish cleaning up.
Yeah. There's also a couple shuffles triggered, at least one shuffle triggered that was really bad.
Right, the one before this last one.
And it was not in any way necessary.
Here's both of his mining villages again.
It's just like not enough to do anything still.
Yeah, one
play
coin.
play two bridge trolls and do nothing.
That's pretty sad, isn't it?
And also the steward buys are so terrible. Like you do not have the villages for this.
You don't.
I would have bought Haven Cave over a bunch of the stewards for Haka.
Yeah. Now Tracer looks like they're in pretty good shape. They can't even launch here. Or no, they did launch.
Yes, Russ. Just execute your plan after all the attacks are gone. I'm sure there'll be more of the game left.
Surely you trash here, right?
Yeah.
Well, they do need some mining villages.
I really hate not trashing there. I super really hate it.
Yeah, they've got 5 copper still in their deck. Yeah, it feels like this really flipped. I thought Haka was well in control, but now it looks like Tracer's pretty won.
Yeah, this looks like a wrap for Tracer. You can just take the rest of the villages here.
Yeah, and one more. Bridge troll, maybe? I guess you do launch and then put all those mining villages on top.
I don't think I would. Yeah, it was just to try and find bridge troll bit. How about I steward here's Tracer?
Yeah, you've got the village support for it, right? So
Yeah.
you want to make sure you draw.
I was thinking cartographer too, but I think you can just do steward at this point. Since you have 6 villages.
Yeah.
You had maybe, but you have mining villages on top. So I do like this steward. Especially with oh, I see. I would have been fine lowering. Haka had no bridge trolls in play.
Yeah, and they've got what, 3 bridge trolls total? No, 2. Is it just 2 bridge trolls?
I think Haka just has 2.
Yeah, I think Tracer has 5.
Yeah.
I mean, Haka needs to hold on to their mining villages with all the. I don't feel like they have the terminal space if they start popping mining villages. I guess on the other hand, they need to for the next game. Yeah.
I mean, this is resignable.
Yeah, at this point.
There's just nothing to. So, what do you mean that's the best time to resign? Then it's just done, Steph. You can leave. It's the last game. You can just be done. The greatest reward of all.
another long think here. I just with the.
But what if I want enough Dominion until I don't want more Dominion? And the end of a 6-game match pretty much always gets me to that point.
Yeah, and with no villages left, I'm not sure what you're thinking about here. Bank.
Yeah. We've got the bank launch synergy.
Yeah.
Now, if you could buy launch as many times as you wanted to, then you could do some work here.
Yeah.
With the banks for sure.
They do still have 5 coppers left. That makes those banks nice and juicy. Yeah, I just don't know what Haka can do with 2 bridge trolls. Guess you can hope Tracer messes up the piles and that you can sneak a pile out, but somehow I don't think Tracer's going to do that.
It's interesting that the cage is so tiny, such a tiny cage.
Well, you can only hold 4 cards in it, right?
Yeah. I just mean Haka. Haka only got a couple in there.
Oh, I thought you were commenting on the actual card itself.
Oh yeah,
The art on the card.
the art. Yeah.
Oh, that's true, Steph. You could King's Cash a cage.
See, if Haka had bought the steward last turn, it would have already been in hand, but now it's in hand this way.
Yeah. There's the pile out. All right. Tracer takes the last two.
It's always nice to win those games that nobody cares about as a consolation prize. Just to help you out a little bit. All right, well, congrats to Haka on his very first league win. Always impressive to see a new person join the ranks.
Yep.
Congrats to Tracer on a second place finish. And thanks for talking with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yep, it's good. And thanks to all the league mods, especially who make all this happen every season. So,
Yeah, indeed.
all right,
See ya.
well,